Turn the love up a little bit louder. Rep the king just a little bit prouder. Putting hope on the radio. See why? Gonna let them know it's the inspirational power hour.
Hey guys, you are listening to the Inspirational Power Hour podcast with your host, Chandra Wise. This is a place where we go behind gospel music and we talk to the artist and the community that loves and supports the genre. And every now and again, you'll hear stories and people that will uplift and inspire you. And today is absolutely no different. Now, I'm incredibly excited today to talk to this insanely talented new gospel artist, Miss Keyla Richardson. Keyla is bursting on the scene. She's an up-and-coming artist, and she has so much to share about her passion and her journey and her start in gospel music. So as always, make sure, guys, that you are following online on Instagram and Twitter at Chandra Wise, and on Facebook, make sure to like the Inspirational Power Hour fan page. All right, let's get right into my conversation with gospel recording artist Keyla Richardson.
It's the inspirational power hour.
Hey guys, you are listening to the Inspirational Power Hour with your host, Chandra Wise. And today, listen guys, I'm very excited to be talking to recording artist and such a powerful, amazing, anointed young lady, none other than Miss Keyla Richardson. How are you, ma'am?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, thank you for hanging out with me today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me. I am excited to, just be here on the phone with you and I'm ready to do my thing.
Absolutely. So, Keyla, listen, our first time talking, my first time sharing your ministry with our listeners, and you, like I said, you have such an incredible voice, a powerful ministry, and I would absolutely love if you would just share with our listeners, would you mind taking us back to the beginning of how you got started in music and ministry?
Well, I've just been singing since the age of 5. I grew up in the church all of my life. I'm a preacher's kid. I've been doing praise and worship for over 10 years. So I believe I've been doing praise and worship since middle school, I want to say. And, I didn't like singing at first, but God kind of gave me a heart, just to operate in my gift in ministry. I grew up seeing my parents do ministry all my life. And so God eventually, in my high school junior year, he gave me the heart to actually want to do ministry and, operate in the gift that God has given me.
And so talk to us about how you have been able to take what you've learned earlier in your life and in your, ministry past and just kind of use that right now on the new platforms that God is opening up for you and new doors. How has that translated and transferred into this season?
Some of the things, I was always kind of, I'll tap on the important things to me. I was always kind of raised, and my parents always kind of instilled in me. It's just always, while doing the work of the Lord, make sure you're for real in doing it. Having the heart for the people and having the heart for God, and always, just chasing after God and watching my parents and them being the perfect example for me has helped me, even now to just, walk that straight line, walk that, in that journey with Christ. And so, they also taught me just growing up how to stay humble. When God blesses you with stuff, it's because He's trusting you with certain platforms, and don't take it lightly. It's not you, but it's all God doing. Whatever God blesses me with, He gets all the glory, and they definitely put that in me every week. God gets all the glory for what He's doing in your life. It's not about you. It's not you. It's all God.
And so, Keyla, what is it that you want people to take away from your ministry?
I want people to really understand, man, with this platform is that I was coming out of a really tough time in my life. I'm a young single mother. At the time, I was 22. And, God has blessed me with such a huge platform now. He's just blowing my mind. But I was coming out of a very hard place and wanted to give up, wanted to throw in the towel. But God somehow changed my life within 1 month. He changed my life. And, I just really want people to get out of my ministry that I know it don't look good. I know it don't feel good. But God, God is still able to do anything but fail. He did it for me. He can do it for you. And so whenever I'm ministering, I just want people to understand that know what I mean, God still loves you. In spite of where you've been, in spite of what you saw, God still loves you, and He's still there, and He still can bless you. No matter how low you think you are, no matter how bad you think it may seem, there's no problem too big for God. And so I just want, my supporters to definitely understand that God is the true and living life.
Keyla, tell us about the single that you have out right now. What's the title of it?
My single right now is So Good. It's available on all digital outlets right now.
And who was it written by?
Adolphus Scott and Elena Michelle Mitchell, one of them. But they look awesome writers. And man, how about this? The song, they wrote the song. It was a couple years old, and so I believe this song was definitely tailor made just for me. Because, I can definitely testify that God is definitely so good.
Absolutely. God's timing is perfect always.
Man.
So, Keyla, who are some of your influences musically?
I don't have too many influence musically, but I grew up, and my dad used to sing in a quartet group, and that's what I kind of grew up listening to. Even though I'm really in my praise and worship element, some of that quartet is definitely there. And I'll say, just watching my dad and my family grow up, singing, I think they was probably more of my biggest inspiration, because they was kind of, that in the city. And so I kind of, when I grew up, I thought they were the ones, that I was seeing on the radio. And so, I would say that my family has definitely been that inspiration for me, my pops. So, and that's the only thing I can really think of right now.
And that's good. Listen, that is always good inspiration from your family,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, where are you from,
Yes.
Keyla?
I'm from Pensacola, Florida.
Listen, I hear that Southern in your voice, girl, and that's a beautiful thing always.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely, much love, and that's the thing that I think also just translates in your music. So we're going to take a listen in just a little bit to your latest single, So Good, and I can't wait to share it with our listeners. Keyla, tell everybody how they can keep up with you and follow you online.
Listen, y'all can follow me on my social media handles. Or my Facebook is Keyla Richardson, or Keyla D Richardson. My Instagram and my Twitter is KeyMusic_. So you guys follow me. I'm always posting about my new single. It's available right now on all digital outlets, and it's number 5 right now on airplay gospel airplay charts. And we back and forth between number 1 and 2 on the billboards, but God is still blessing it on indicator charts as well, and it's doing amazing on other charts. So make sure you guys go get my new single, So Good, available right now on all digital outlets.
Keyla, what is it that you're hoping to accomplish with your ministry and with your career?
I really want to accomplish, I want to accomplish literally everything that God has for me in store for me. But one of the main things, of course, and I think that's with every artist, I want a Grammy, And so hopefully God allows me to get a Grammy Award off one of these songs that I'm going to put out, if it's in His will. And so that's one of my main goals right now, is just to, share my gift. One of my main goals is just to, share my gift around the world, not just in my city, not just in my state, but, I love to do what I do. I love ministry, and so I hope God takes me further spiritually as well as naturally.
Thank you guys so much for checking out this week's episode. I hope that you've enjoyed my conversation with Keyla Richardson. Make sure to check out her music and make sure to stay connected online. Follow at Chandra Wise on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Make sure to like the Inspirational Power Hour fan page. As always, stay encouraged, stay focused, stay safe, and I will see you next time.
It's the inspiration.